Welcome back to Chasing Shadows. I'm your host, Mark Miners. There are places on this earth where the veil feels thin, where the past doesn't just linger, it speaks. Peru is one of those places. In June 2025, I wandered its ancient paths, from bone-filled catacombs to cloud-wrapped ruins, chasing whispers of something beyond our understanding. Portals, they call them, doorways to the other worlds, other times, maybe even other realities. Tonight, we step through these doorways together, into the shadow of Peru's mysteries. Lima, Peru, June 2025. The city pulses with life, street vendors calling, horns blaring, colors everywhere. But I'm drawn to the Church of San Francisco, a colonial masterpiece hiding a secret beneath its sunlit courtyards. The catacombs. A labyrinth of bone-lined tunnels, skulls arranged in eerie spirals, and air so thick it feels like it's holding its breath. I walk those passages, my flashlight flickering, the cold sinking into my bones. It wasn't just the chill of the underground. It was presence, like unseen eyes tracking every step. Locals whisper of strange things down there, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, voices drifting through the walls at night. My tour guide, with his voice low and eyes sharp, leaned in close and said, "These aren't just tombs. They're portals. Places where the dead and the living brush too close." I laughed it off at first, but standing in a chamber surrounded by thousands of skulls, I felt it, a weight, like reality itself was thinning. What was it? The restless dead? A doorway to something else? Or maybe my mind was playing tricks in the dark. Have you ever been somewhere that felt wrong, where time seemed to slip? Drop your story in the comments. I want to hear it. From Lima, I journeyed to the Sacred Valley, where the Andes rise like ancient sentinels. Pisac, a small town with a vibrant market, hides something stranger in its mountains. I hiked past terraced fields, the air thinning with every step, until I reached the ruins above. The stones were warm under the sun, but the place felt charged, like static before a storm. That's where I met her, a woman selling jewelry in a small shop, her eyes gleaming with secrets. She leaned in, voice barely above a whisper. "The mountains are alive," she said. "There are doorways here, hidden in the stone. Places where the world bends." She told me of a stone arch near the Temple of the Sun. One evening, she walked through it. The air shimmered. Her thoughts scattered like leaves in the wind. She felt like she was somewhere else. Someone else. When she turned back, the arch was gone. Just a blank cliff face staring back. I asked others in Pisac. Some smirked, calling it a tall tale. But more than one local nodded, their faces serious. Shamans call these puertas, doors to other realms, tied to ley lines and star alignments. The book Shamanic Mysteries of Peru describes Pisac as a node in a global energy web, a place where the veil thins. Standing there, feeling the mountains pulse under my feet, I couldn't shake the thought, what if she was right? What if I had walked past the doorway and never knew? Have you ever felt a place pull at you, like it wanted you to step through it? Share your experience in the comments. Above Cusco, the ancient Inca capital, looms Sacsayhuamán, a fortress that laughs at modern engineering. Picture boulders, some over 100 tons, carved so precisely, a blade of grass can't slip between them. No mortar, no power tools. Just perfection, interlocked like a puzzle from another world. I stood there, my fingertips tracing the seams, and felt a hum. Not in my ears, though, but in my chest, like the stones were whispering. Locals say these walls hold power. Dowsers report energy spikes. Mystics speak of visions, flashes of ancient rituals or faces that don't belong. Some claim the Incas used sound to shape these stones, vibrating them into place with the technology we've lost. Others go further, whispering of help from beyond, beings who knew secrets we are only beginning to guess. What was this place? A temple? A fortress? Or a portal, tuned to a frequency we can't hear? Tell me what you think. Still in the Sacred Valley, I visited Moray, a place unlike any other. Imagine vast concentric terraces carved into the earth, like giant stone bowls descending into the ground. The Incas built them, supposedly for farming, but the precision is uncanny. Each terrace, a perfect circle. Each level, a different microclimate. I stood at the edge looking down and felt a strange vertigo, like the circles were pulling me in. That night, I stayed near the Urubamba River, the stars blazing above. I dreamed in languages I didn't know, worlds that felt ancient, urgent, like a message I couldn't grasp. I woke up breathless, the air heavy with something I couldn't name. Was it just a dream? Or had Moray's circles stirred something deeper? Locals say Moray was more than an agricultural site. Shamans call it a chakra, a focal point of Earth's energy where time and space blur. Some researchers, like those in Shamanic Mysteries of Peru, suggest it was a ceremonial site aligned with cosmic cycles. A few even whisper of portals, gateways opened by rituals long forgotten. As I walked those terraces, the wind seemed to carry voices, faint and fleeting. Was it the Apis, the mountain spirits speaking? Or something older, waiting in the stones? Now imagine this. You're in a rickety plane buzzing over the Nazca Desert. The ground below is a blank canvas of red earth until it transforms. Shapes emerge, a hummingbird, wings spread wide, a spider with its legs sprawling, a monkey with a curling tail, lines straight as arrows that stretch for miles. These are the Nazca Lines, etched into the desert 2,000 years ago. As I looked out the plane's window with my heart pounding, the scales stealing my breath, why make art only visible from the sky? Archaeologists say it was for rituals or astronomy, but others, like Eric von Däniken, see something else. Messages to visitors from above. That astronaut figure, with its wide eyes and raised hand, looks like a signal, a beacon. As the plane banked, I couldn't shake the thought. Were these lines a map, a greeting, or a runway for something not of this world? I felt small, like I was glimpsing a conversation between the earth and the stars. Tell me what you think the Nazca Lines were meant for. And then, Machu Picchu. I rode the Inca Rail train, winding through the lush valleys of the Andes, the scenery shifting from green slopes to jagged peaks. When the mountains parted, there it was, a city cradled in the clouds. As dawn broke, mist curling around the stones, I stepped into a place that felt like it belonged to another time. Temples, terraces, homes, all carved with a precision that feels otherworldly. The stones fit like they grew from the mountain itself. I wandered those paths, the air heavy with moisture and something else. A vibration, subtle but undeniable. Locals call Machu Picchu a sacred place. Maybe a retreat for Inca royalty. Maybe a sanctuary for cosmic alignment. Some say it's another portal, watched over by the Apis, the mountain spirits. Standing by the Ituatana stone, the hitching post of the sun, I felt it. A pulse. Like the city was breathing, alive with secrets. My guide told me a story. Some visitors hear whispers at dawn, voices in the mist. I didn't hear them. But standing there, I felt watched. Not by people, but by the mountain itself. Was Machu Picchu just a city? Or a gateway, built to touch something beyond? I don't know. But I know what I felt. Peru doesn't give you answers. It gives you questions. Questions that linger like shadows in the Andes. From the catacombs of Lima to the circles of Moray to the peaks of Machu Picchu. I kept hearing that word portals. Doorways to the dead, to the stars, to something we're not ready to understand. But not all portals are carved in stone. Some are woven into the shadows of power hidden behind closed doors in mansions and private islands. Next time, we're stepping through a different kind of doorway. Into the dark world of Jeffrey Epstein. A man connected to presidents, billionaires, and secrets so deep they've sparked a firestorm. Why did the current administration promise to reveal his files, only to pull back? What are they hiding, and who stands to lose if the truth comes out? If you liked today's episode, make sure you like it and subscribe.